In the beginning, before the formation of the worlds and the emergence of life, there existed a tapestry of cosmic forces, ancient and profound. These forces, 6 in number, governed the very essence of existence in the universe of Warcraft. They were the light and the void, life and death, order and disorder. Together, they wove the intricate web of reality, each one a pillar holding the balance of the cosmos. The light, radiant and pure, represented hope and creation, an ever-burning beacon of order and harmony. It was the force of healing and protection, the source of the Naaru, those celestial beings of purity who would later guide the mortal races in times of need. Yet even as the light shone brightly, it cast shadows, and within those shadows lurked its eternal counterpart, the void. Dark and unfathomable, the void was the embodiment of chaos and corruption. It sought to unravel the fabric of the universe, feeding on despair and twisting creation into nightmarish forms. Where the light sought to build, the void sought to consume. Life, vibrant and unyielding, surged through the universe, bringing forth a multitude of forms, from the simplest of algae to the grandest of beings. It was the force of evolution and growth, a ceaseless cycle of birth and renewal. In stark contrast, death stood as its relentless counterbalance, the finality that awaited all living things. Death was not an adversary, but a necessary force, ensuring that life did not spiral into unchecked chaos, maintaining the equilibrium of the natural order. Order, characterized by logic and structure, was the force behind the Titans, colossal beings who sought to shape worlds according to their vision of perfection. It was the architect of creation, the driving force behind the laws that governed the universe. Yet, opposing this meticulous structure was disorder, the essence of anarchy and destruction. It was the chaotic fury of the Burning Legion, whose sole purpose was to undo creation, to spread ruin and despair across the cosmos. These forces existed in a delicate balance, each one playing its part in the grand design of the universe. As the cosmos expanded and the first worlds began to form, this equilibrium teetered on the edge of inevitability and chaos, a precarious dance that shaped existence itself. Within this nascent expanse, the forces of light and void emerged as primeval titans. The light, a radiant beacon of hope and creation, was the wellspring of life and positivity. It illuminated the vastness of existence, ushering forth realms of order and harmony. It was the energy of creation, a boundless force that sought to nurture and protect, to kindle life from the seeds of potential scattered across the stars. Yet where there was light, the void was never far behind. It lurked in the shadows, an all-consuming abyss of entropy and despair. The void was the antithesis of light, a force that sought to unravel the very fabric of reality, to plunge all things into eternal darkness. It was insidious, whispering to the hearts of the unwary and sowing seeds of doubt and madness. The void coveted the universe, driven by an insatiable hunger to consume all that the light had wrought. These two cosmic forces clashed in an eternal struggle, their battles shaping the very essence of reality. Where the light would create, the void would seek to unmake. It was within this ceaseless conflict that the first threads of life began to weave themselves through the tapestry of the cosmos. From the interplay of these primal energies, the earliest forms of life sprung forth, fragile yet vibrant, a testament to the resilience of existence in the face of such overwhelming powers. In the midst of this conflict, the force of life emerged, a vital energy that bridged the chasm between light and void. Life thrived amidst the chaos, drawing strength from both creation and destruction, an embodiment of balance. It was a force that cherished growth and renewal, a cycle of existence that perpetuated itself through the endless dance of birth and death. And so, the cosmos continued to expand, a vast theatre for the interplay of these primordial forces. As worlds were born and civilizations began to rise, the influence of these energies could be felt in every corner of creation. Yet the balance that governed this primordial awakening was fragile, ever teetering on the brink of imbalance. In this early age of the universe, the stage was set for the unfolding drama of existence. Thus, the primordial forces of the Warcraft universe began their eternal dance, a symphony of creation and destruction that would echo through the ages, shaping the destiny of all things. With the balance of the cosmos hanging by a thread, the tale of Azeroth and its many inhabitants was only just beginning to unfold. In the resplendent tapestry of the cosmos, where the forces of light and void wove their eternal dance, the ascendancy of light heralded a new era. This was a time when the light, a beacon of hope and creation, began to carve its own dominion within the vast expanse. The light, characterized by its nurturing luminescence, sought to infuse the universe with order and benevolent purpose. It did not merely exist as a passive force. It was dynamic, reaching out across the cosmos to counter the encroaching tendrils of the void. Its brilliance spawned the Naaru, beings of pure light, who became its most devout emissaries, spreading its influence across the nascent worlds. The ascendancy of light was not simply a matter of its inherent radiance, but also of its ability to inspire and protect. As the universe unfolded, the light became a symbol of purity and hope, a bastion against the encroaching shadows. Its influence was profound, instilling life and warmth into the cold recesses of the cosmos. In the presence of the light, creation thrived, and its brilliance became the harbinger of new beginnings. The Naaru, manifestations of the light's essence, played a pivotal role in its ascension. These celestial beings traversed the stars, their presence heralding harmony and protection. They were the light's vanguard, beings of unfathomable wisdom and compassion who sought to guide fledgling civilizations towards enlightenment and unity. Their song, an ethereal melody, resonated across worlds, a call to those who would embrace the light's path. Yet the rise of the light was not without its challenges. The void, ever present, sought to corrupt and devour. This eternal struggle was not merely a clash of opposites, but a cosmic dance of balance and power. The light, however, was relentless in its pursuit of illumination. It reached into the hearts of sentient beings, igniting the fires of courage and resilience. Across star systems, the light's influence could be seen in the creation of worlds and the rise of civilizations that revered its guiding presence. As the light's dominion expanded, it began to weave a symphony of creation and protection. Its presence was a shield against the chaos that lurked beyond the veil of reality. Through the Naaru and their teachings, the light inspired countless races to seek harmony and justice. It was a force that not only illuminated the physical realm, but also the hearts and minds of those who dwelled within it, giving birth to the ethos of hope and unity. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, the light was not an isolated force. Its ascendance was intertwined with the destinies of countless beings, shaping their paths and sowing the seeds of future alliances. As the Naaru spread the light's message, they encountered worlds in the throes of darkness, where its transformative power became a beacon of salvation. The light's ascension was a testament to the enduring power of creation and compassion, a force that sought to bring order to the chaos of existence. And thus, as the tapestry of time unfolded, the light's influence extended like rays of a newborn sun, touching distant corners of the cosmos with its gentle warmth. The arrival of the light heralded an age of enlightenment, where knowledge and understanding flourished among those who embraced its glow. Yet its journey was not without resistance. As the light surged forth, it encountered the shadows cast by the void, a stark reminder of the eternal conflict that raged across the heavens. In this celestial dance, the Naaru became the custodians of the light, embodying its purity and serving as emissaries to the universe. They wandered the stars, seeking out those in need, whispering promises of peace and redemption. Many civilizations, teetering on the brink of despair, found solace in the light's embrace. Their societies rejuvenated, their warriors emboldened by the divine energy coursing through them. The light became a unifying force, a common thread binding disparate cultures into a tapestry of hope and harmony. Yet the light's expansion was not solely a tale of benevolence. Its brilliance could be blinding, its presence overwhelming to those unaccustomed to such radiance. In its zeal to illuminate all, the light sometimes scorched those it sought to save, leaving charred remnants of once thriving worlds in its wake. This duality of the light, its capacity for both nurturing and destruction, became a defining feature of its dominion. The Naaru, in their wisdom, understood this delicate balance. Their guidance ensured that the light's influence did not become a tyrannical force, but rather a beacon that invited rather than compelled. They taught that true strength lay not in domination, but in the gentle persuasion of choice and free will. Those who embraced the light did so willingly, their hearts open to its teachings, their actions guided by the principles of honor, justice, and compassion. The followers of the light, known as champions, began to rise. These individuals, chosen by the Naaru, became vessels of the light's power, wielding it as both sword and shield. Their deeds were legendary, their sacrifices immortalized in the annals of time. They stood as bulwarks against the encroaching dark, their valor a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to challenge the void. Yet, the light's ascension was but a chapter in an ever-unfolding saga. For as it reached its zenith, it cast long shadows, and in those shadows, the seeds of future conflicts began to stir. The struggle between light and void would not be a simple tale of good versus evil, but a complex narrative where each force sought to assert its vision of the cosmos. As the light illuminated the vast expanse of reality, it set the stage for the next act in the cosmic drama, where the interplay of these forces would shape the destiny of all creation. And so, as the light's radiance spread across the universe, it left in its wake a legacy of hope and resilience. Its ascension was a promise of what could be, a universe where creation flourished, where compassion reigned, and where even in the darkest of times, a spark of light could ignite the fires of change. In the nascent eons of creation, where the cosmos still trembled with the echoes of the light's triumphant emergence, another force began to stir from the depths of the immeasurable expanse. In stark contrast to the radiant luminescence of the light, the void emerged as an all-consuming enigma, a force of profound mystery and endless hunger. This was not merely the absence of light, but a presence of its own. A dark sibling to the light's brilliance, with an insatiable thirst for entropy and chaos. The void, born from the cosmic canvas, was not content to remain a mere shadow in the backdrop of existence. It sought to assert its presence, to unravel the very fabric of reality that the light sought to weave. Its essence whispered through the voids between worlds, a seductive call to those who would dare to listen. This force was the antithesis of order, a chaotic maelstrom that threatened to engulf all creation in its embrace. Yet the void was not without its own peculiar allure. Within its unfathomable depths lay the potential for change and transformation, albeit through destruction and corruption. It was a force that could unmake the rigid structures of existence, allowing for new forms to arise. The void's influence was subtly pervasive, a shadow that crept into the hearts of beings across the cosmos, offering power at the cost of sanity. From the heart of this darkness, the old gods emerged, aberrant entities of unimaginable power and malevolence. These eldritch horrors were manifestations of the void's will, their presence a testament to its insidious nature. They descended upon the worlds like a plague, seeding madness and despair wherever their tendrils reached. These ancient beings sought to unravel the works of the Titans, to corrupt the orderly designs of the cosmos and reshape it in their own twisted image. The struggle between the light and the void was not merely a confrontation of opposing forces, but a fundamental clash of ideologies, where the light sought to create and nurture, the void sought to consume and destroy. This cosmic ballet played out across the tapestry of existence, a dance of creation and annihilation that defined the very nature of reality itself. But the void was not solely a harbinger of doom. Its very existence posed a paradox, a reminder of the delicate balance that governed the universe. For every act of creation, there was a counterbalance in the form of destruction, and the void was the embodiment of this eternal truth. The old gods, though agents of chaos, were also a testament to the potential for transformation that lay within the void's dark embrace. They were purveyors of change, their presence a challenge to the stagnant order imposed by the light and its allies. As the cosmos unfolded in the aftermath of these primordial stirrings, the void's influence continued to spread, a shadow that loomed over the destinies of countless worlds, its tendrils reaching ever further into the heart of creation. Yet, in the vast tapestry of existence, the void was far more than a mere agent of chaos. It was a paradox, a realm of infinite possibilities and boundless mysteries. Where the light sought to illuminate, the void thrived in the depths of obscurity, drawing power from the unseen and the unknown. It was here that the Void Lords, enigmatic and unfathomable, emerged as the architects of their dark designs. These shadowy entities, birthed in the tumultuous rift between dimensions, yearned to seize control over the burgeoning cosmos by corrupting the very essence of creation. The Void Lords' ambitions were as grand as they were terrifying. In their quest to manifest their chaotic vision, they sought out worlds teeming with potential life. Their gaze fell upon the nascent forms of the universe, seeking to mold them into vessels of unimaginable power. With an insidious subtlety, they manipulated the tendrils of the void, weaving them into the fabric of reality. They whispered promises of untold power and forbidden knowledge to those who dared to listen, ensnaring mortal minds in webs of manipulation and madness. Their most infamous creations, the old gods, were born from these dark intentions. These monstrous beings landed upon unsuspecting worlds, burrowing deep into the earth and spreading their malignant influence. They thrived on the chaos they sowed, turning verdant landscapes into realms of nightmare. The old gods became the heralds of the void, their presence a constant reminder of the creeping darkness that threatened to engulf all. Yet even as the void's presence grew, so too did the resistance against it. Forces across the cosmos began to rally, recognizing the threat posed by these harbingers of doom. Heroes arose from the ashes of conflict, champions who dared to challenge the old gods and their masters. The battles that ensued were epic in scope, as entire worlds trembled under the weight of cosmic warfare. Through sheer determination and resilience, these defenders of order and life sought to push back the encroaching shadows. The struggle between light and void, creation and destruction, was a ceaseless dance of balance and opposition. Each force sought to assert its dominance, yet neither could wholly eradicate the other. This eternal conflict shaped the destiny of the universe, a testament to the duality that lay at the heart of existence. As the void continued its relentless pursuit of chaos, it inadvertently became a catalyst for growth and change, forcing the cosmos to adapt and evolve in response to its dark influence. In the grand narrative of the universe, the void was both a threat and a catalyst, its shadowy embrace a reminder of the untapped potential that lay within the darkness. As the saga of light and void unfolded, the cosmos was left forever marked by their eternal struggle, a testament to the forces that shape the very fabric of reality. Amidst the vast interplay of cosmic forces, the essence of life began to flourish, taking root in the fertile soil of the universe. This burgeoning force, distinct and vibrant, was the embodiment of evolution, growth, and renewal. Life, in its myriad forms, was more than mere existence. It was the relentless drive to evolve, to adapt, and to thrive. It was a force that celebrated the beauty of diversity and transformation, manifesting as flora and fauna across countless worlds. Life was the painter, and the universe its canvas. From the seeds of existence, verdant worlds sprang forth, each teeming with the wonders of nature. The Emerald Dream, a realm of boundless potential and the blueprint for life, served as a sanctuary where dreams and reality intertwined. This ethereal plane was the primal embodiment of life's essence, a place where every possibility could be explored, where life could flourish unimpeded by the constraints of time and space. Within the dream, the wild gods roamed, ancient and powerful beings who embodied the raw vitality of nature. These deities, also known as the Lower, or Ancients, were the stewards of life, guiding its growth and ensuring its continuity. But life's flourishing was not without its challenges. As it spread its tendrils across the universe, it encountered the shadow of death, a force that maintained the balance and cycle of existence. Life and death were two sides of the same coin, their dance a testament to the delicate equilibrium that sustained the cosmos. Yet within this balance lay the potential for conflict. The forces of death, represented by beings such as the enigmatic Valkyr and the ancient Kyrian, sought to shepherd souls through the afterlife, ensuring that the cycle of rebirth continued unbroken. In this intricate dance of creation and decay, the Titans emerged as architects of order, channeling life's energy to shape worlds according to their grand designs. They were the celestial sculptors, imbuing planets with the spark of life and nurturing civilizations into being. Their work was a testament to the harmonious collaboration of life and order, a symphony of creation that resonated through the stars. Yet even as the Titans molded worlds with their divine touch, the shadows of disorder lurked ever near, a reminder that the universe was a tapestry woven with both light and darkness. Life, in its exuberance, had the power to heal and to nurture, but it also held within it the seeds of chaos. Entropy and decay were ever present, a natural counterbalance that ensured no single force could dominate. This duality allowed for adaptation and evolution, fostering resilience and innovation. As life continued its cosmic journey, it encountered myriad challenges, each one a crucible that tempered its essence, shaping it into ever more complex forms. Yet the story of life's flourishing was far from complete. As it reached further into the cosmos, it encountered new allies and adversaries, each bringing their own influence to bear upon the tapestry of existence. New alliances would be forged, destinies intertwined, and the fate of countless worlds would hang in the balance. In this sprawling cosmic tapestry, life found itself both a creator and a custodian. It wove intricate webs of existence, each strand a testament to its resilience and adaptability. From the primordial chaos, life forged symbiotic relationships with other cosmic forces, each interaction an experiment in harmony and discord. The spirit of innovation was relentless as life's tendrils reached deeper into the vastness, touching the hearts of nebulas and the breath of stars. Amidst this dance of creation, the forces of death loomed ever present, not as a harbinger of despair, but as a necessary partner in the cycle of rebirth. Death, in its unwavering neutrality, provided structure to life's boundless potential, ensuring the cosmic garden did not spiral into unchecked proliferation. This balance was a delicate art, each new beginning tempered by the promise of an end, a cycle that allowed life to refine its creations with each passing eon. The old gods, remnants of the void's influence, watched from the shadows, their tendrils stretching into the realms where life thrived. They sought to corrupt life's creations, to twist them into tools of entropy and despair. Yet life proved resilient, adapting to these threats with an ingenuity that echoed through the stars. The ecosystems of worlds became battlegrounds for supremacy, where life's champions emerged, wielding the essence of growth against the encroaching darkness. In these crucibles of conflict, life forged beings of unparalleled strength and wisdom. Some would rise as protectors, safeguarding the sanctity of their worlds with courage and sacrifice. Others, seduced by the whispers of the void, would fall into shadow, their destinies entwined with the very forces they once opposed. Through these tales of heroism and tragedy, life's narrative grew richer, a tapestry woven from threads of light and shadow. As life's influence spread across the cosmos, it fostered diversity, birthing civilizations that became beacons of hope and defiance. These civilizations, each a microcosm of life's potential, stood as monuments to the power of unity and innovation. They explored the mysteries of the universe, unearthing secrets long buried in the cosmic sands. Through their discoveries, new paths were illuminated, guiding life toward greater understanding and mastery over its own nature. Yet, in the ever-expanding universe, the boundaries of life's domain were constantly tested. New worlds, with their own unique challenges and wonders, awaited the touch of life's creative spark. Each venture into the unknown was a gamble, a step into the great tapestry that defied comprehension. And so, life's journey continued, a ceaseless quest for growth, a relentless pursuit of the unknown, an eternal dance with the forces that shape the cosmos. In this grand narrative, life stood as a testament to the resilience of creation, a cosmic force that embraced change and defied stagnation. Its story, a symphony of birth and decay, spoke of potential yet unrealized and dreams yet to be born. The seeds of existence, scattered across the stars, promised new chapters in an unfolding saga, one where the legacy of life would continue to flourish, ever intertwined with the destiny of the universe itself. Amidst the vast expanse of the cosmos, where the forces of light and void waged their eternal struggle, and where life thrived in its myriad forms, there lay a realm both feared and revered, the dominion of death. An enigmatic force, death did not merely signify an end, it was a custodian of balance, ensuring that the cycle of existence continued unaltered. In this intricate tapestry of cosmic forces, death served as the ultimate arbiter, a solemn guardian that neither judged nor discriminated. The realm of death was not one of chaos or despair, but rather it was a place of inevitable repose, where every soul was destined to journey. This shadowy plane, known as the Shadowlands, was veiled in mystery and governed by powers ancient and inscrutable. Unlike the chaotic whispers of the void or the illuminating embrace of the light, death greeted all with an impartial shroud, ensuring that every being's essence would find its rightful place in the afterlife. In this ethereal domain, the Kyrian shepherded souls, guiding them to their final destinations. These celestial beings, with their wings of azure light, embodied duty and service. They were the ferrymen of the dead, leading souls through the Shadowlands with unwavering resolve. Yet, the Kyrian were not alone in their vigil. They were joined by the other covenants, each with its own purpose and domain within the Shadowlands. The Necrolords, masters of Maldraxxus, wielded the power of death as a formidable weapon. They stood as the defenders of the Shadowlands, their realm a testament to strength and resilience. Here, souls of warriors found purpose, continuing their battles in a never-ending cycle of war and honor. In contrast, the Night Fae of Ardenweald nurtured those souls who still held ties to the natural world. Within their twilight groves, the Night Fae tended to the spirits of nature, allowing them to rejuvenate and be reborn when the world needed them once more. Their realm was a sanctuary of renewal, where the essence of life and death intertwined in an eternal dance. As the caretakers of the afterlife, these covenants maintained the delicate equilibrium of the Shadowlands. Yet within their realms, secrets lay buried, and ancient powers slumbered, waiting for the moment when the balance might be disrupted, hinting at challenges yet to come. In this sprawling expanse beyond mortal ken, the Shadowlands harbored not only secrets, but also the enigmatic force known as anima. Anima, the very essence of souls, pulsed through the arteries of this realm like lifeblood, sustaining the afterlife and fueling the intricate machinery of existence. As the dead transitioned from the world of the living, their anima was drawn into the Shadowlands, feeding the covenants and ensuring the continual cycle of rebirth and transformation. Yet this flow of anima was not unending, for its abundance waxed and waned with the fates of the living. When balance prevailed, the Shadowlands thrived, nurturing both the newly arrived and the ancient spirits who resided within its domains. However, when turmoil beset the realms of the living, the Shadowlands too felt the tremors of instability. In such times, the Covenants faced the daunting task of preserving the sanctity of their domains, safeguarding against the encroachment of darker forces that sought to exploit any fracture in the cosmic order. Among these shadows lurked the ominous presence of the Maw. This chasm of despair, ruled by the malevolent jailer, was a prison for those souls deemed beyond redemption. The Maw stood as a testament to the potential for corruption and the price of defying the natural cycle. Here, the jailer schemed, seeking to unravel the very fabric of death itself, to harness the Shadowlands for his own dark purposes. His ambitions threatened to tip the scales of balance, for the jailer sought not merely domination over the dead, but power that reached into the heart of reality itself. The Covenants, bound by duty and purpose, knew well that the stability of the cosmos hinged upon their vigilance. They stood as stalwart guardians, ever watchful for signs of the jailer's machinations, ever ready to repel his insidious influence. Within this grand tapestry, the Shadowlands epitomized the profound interplay of life and death. Here, the souls of the departed found their place, guided by ancient wisdom and bound by cosmic law. It was a realm of mystery and inevitability, where endings were but beginnings in disguise, and where the eternal cycle of renewal found its truest expression. Thus, the realm of death, with its myriad complexities and unfathomable depths, continued its timeless vigil over the souls of the universe, ensuring that the dance of life and death would endure as long as the cosmos itself. As the Covenants labored to preserve the sanctity of their realms, the echoes of their stewardship would resonate through the ages, a testament to the indomitable balance that maintained the very essence of existence. In the cosmic ballet of the Warcraft universe, where forces of light and void dance an eternal tango, another power emerged, one that sought to impose a grand design upon the chaos. This was the power of order, embodied in the titanic beings known as the Titans. These celestial architects, born of the primordial forces, were the colossal sentinels tasked with shaping the cosmos into realms of structured beauty and harmony. Their existence heralded a new epoch, where the raw, chaotic energies of the universe would be channeled into purposeful creation. Emanating from the heart of the great dark beyond, the Titans were colossal in both stature and influence. They roamed the cosmos, guided by a singular vision, to order the universe according to an unparalleled blueprint of logic and symmetry. Each Titan was a paragon of a distinct aspect of creation, and together they formed the Pantheon, a council of unimaginable power and wisdom. They worked to bring life and structure to worlds, not through the nurturing embrace of light, nor the chaotic allure of the void, but through the calculated precision of order. Among these mighty beings, Aman'Thul, the High Father, stood as the leader of the Pantheon. With a gaze that could pierce through the veil of time itself, he wielded the powers of foresight and prophecy. Beside him stood Ionar, the Lifebinder, whose touch brought worlds to bloom with vibrant life, ensuring that the seeds of creation flourished under the watchful eye of order. It was Norganon, the keeper of celestial magics, who inscribed the stars with ancient wisdom and knowledge, ensuring that the universe's secrets would be preserved for eternity. Yet, it was not merely their power that defined the Titans, but their purpose. They sought to cleanse worlds of corruption, to eradicate the insidious influence of the void and its old gods. The Titans were relentless, scouring the universe to liberate planets from the grip of chaos. With their colossal might, they waged wars against the agents of disorder, reshaping worlds into bastions of harmony. Their quest for order, however, was not without opposition. The universe, with its myriad of forces, was a tapestry not easily woven. The Titans encountered resistance from powers that thrived in chaos, entities that saw the imposition of order as a threat to their existence. Yet, undeterred, the Titans pressed on, their legacy etched into the very fabric of the cosmos they sought to tame. And thus, the saga of the Titans became one of cosmic ambition and resistance, a narrative of creators and destroyers in an endless cycle of order and chaos. The Pantheon's influence would leave an indelible mark on the worlds they touched, yet their grand designs were shadowed by darkness that even they could not fully comprehend. For while the Titans, in their boundless wisdom, sought to impose order across the myriad worlds, they were not alone in their grand cosmic endeavor. Among the stars and the swirling nebulae, other forces stirred. The old gods, ancient and malevolent, were remnants of the void's insidious touch, and they lurked in the shadows of creation, biding their time. The Titans, led by the High Father Amanthal, were beings of incredible might and intellect, born from the very fabric of order itself. They were architects, shaping planets with precision and harmony. Each member of the Pantheon wielded power to mold reality. Yet with this power came an inherent fragility. The universe was vast, and across its expanse lay dangers that even their celestial might could not always contain. Among these dangers was the corruption sown by the old gods. These dark entities, burrowed deep within the flesh of worlds, whispered madness and discord. Their presence was a direct affront to the Titans' vision, a cancer that spread chaos where there should have been harmony. The Titans, in their quest to cleanse these infections, engaged in monumental battles, their footsteps quaking the very crust of the worlds they fought upon. Yet it was not merely the physical battles that challenged the Titans. It was the subtle war of ideology, the contest between their structured vision and the chaotic allure of the void. The old gods, cunning and deceitful, wove their influence into the minds of lesser beings, turning them against the Titans' grand designs. This cosmic chess game required not only strength, but wisdom, a quality the Pantheon possessed, but could not always wield flawlessly. The creation of the Keepers, powerful constructs to serve as their hands on the worlds, was a testament to the Titans' foresight. These beings, imbued with a fragment of Titan essence, were tasked with maintaining the balance once the Pantheon had moved on. Yet even they, with all their power, found themselves enmeshed in the webs spun by the old gods and other malevolent forces. The struggle for order was a constant dance, an eternal vigilance against the creeping tendrils of chaos. As the Titans continued their tireless efforts, a realization dawned upon them. Their legacy would not be one of immediate triumph, but of enduring vigilance. The threads of order they wove into the tapestry of reality were always at risk of being unraveled by the darker forces that opposed them. Thus, the saga of the Titans was not merely a testament to their power, but a reminder of the delicate balance they sought to maintain, a balance between creation and destruction, harmony and discord. In the end, the Titans' legacy would be one of both triumph and tragedy. Their efforts to bring order to the cosmos laid the foundation for the worlds and civilizations that would follow, yet their struggles against the forces of chaos highlighted the ever-present tension within the universe. The celestial constructs of the Titans would stand as monuments to their ambition, enduring beacons of order amidst the eternal dance of cosmic forces. As the cosmic forces waged their eternal battles in the vast expanses of the universe, the force of disorder, a tumultuous and ravenous energy, began to carve its own path through the fabric of reality. This force, unlike the others, sought not to create or maintain, but to unravel and consume. Disorder was the embodiment of chaos and destruction, constantly seething beneath the surface. waiting for the moment to unleash its full fury upon creation. From this volatile energy emerged the Burning Legion, a formidable army of demonic entities led by the fallen titan Sargeras. Once a noble defender of order, Sargeras became disillusioned by the ceaseless struggle against the Void's insidious corruption. In his despair, he came to believe that the only way to save the universe was to cleanse it of life itself, to purify it through absolute destruction and annihilation. Thus, he embraced the chaotic power of disorder, forsaking his former purpose in pursuit of a dark and terrible vision. Under Sargeras's command, the Burning Legion became a relentless force of devastation, capable of obliterating entire worlds and civilizations with unyielding ferocity. The Dreadlords, cunning and manipulative, served as his lieutenants, spreading fear and discord across the cosmos. Pitlords, monstrous and brutal, led the Legion's armies into battle, leaving nothing but ruin in their wake. Infernals, fel-infused constructs of destruction, rained down from the skies, heralding the Legion's arrival with fiery cataclysms. The rise of the Burning Legion marked a turning point in the cosmic struggle, for disorder was not content to merely exist alongside the other forces. It sought dominance over them, to drown the universe in chaos and remake it in its own image. Planets that had once thrived with life and order fell one by one to the Legion's onslaught, their inhabitants either slain or enslaved to serve Sargeras's dark purpose. This campaign of obliteration was not without resistance, though, for across the cosmos, champions arose to defy the Legion's malevolent advance. Mortal races, united by a common cause, stood against the tide of destruction, determined to protect their worlds from the burning shadow. Yet the might of the Burning Legion was vast, its ranks swelling with demonic soldiers, each one driven by an insatiable hunger for chaos and conquest. As the Legion's influence spread, it sought to exploit the weaknesses of its foes, sowing seeds of distrust and betrayal amongst them. Even amid the chaos, the other cosmic forces could not afford to remain idle. The balance of power was at stake, and the fate of the universe hung precariously in the balance. Disorder, in its ceaseless quest for supremacy, would challenge not only its immediate adversaries, but the very structure of reality itself. In the heart of this cosmic tempest, the Burning Legion, under the resolute command of its dark master, Sargeras, sought to unravel the very fabric of creation. Sargeras, once a noble titan, had undergone a transformation of terrifying magnitude. No longer a guardian of order, he had become the harbinger of disorder, wielding the fires of destruction with a purpose as cold as it was relentless. The Legion's crusade was one of annihilation, a relentless march to scour the universe of perceived imperfection and corruption. The demonic legions were instruments of this vision, their ranks teeming with infernals, pitlords and succubi, each more ruthless than the last. These creatures, born of chaos and fueled by feel energy, became the harbingers of torment, descending upon worlds with an insatiable appetite for destruction. Planets that once thrived with life and order were reduced to smoldering ruins, their inhabitants either enslaved or eradicated in the Legion's name. Yet amidst this tyranny, the universe's other cosmic forces could not remain passive observers. The Titans, stewards of order, watched in horror as their former brother sowed devastation across the stars. Their creations, the Keepers and their progeny, stood as bastions against the encroaching night. Among mortals, heroes rose to challenge the Legion's advance, their courage a beacon amidst the encroaching darkness. These champions, wielding light and shadow, life and death, became the universe's last line of defense against the tide of annihilation. The conflict between these titanic forces reached a crescendo as they clashed on countless worlds. The symphony of battle resonated through the cosmos, echoing the eternal struggle between creation and destruction. Yet in this maelstrom of chaos, a paradox emerged. The very existence of disorder ensured that the universe remained dynamic, its ever-shifting balance allowing for growth adaptation, and change. The Legion's presence, while a harbinger of doom, inadvertently catalyzed resistance and unity among disparate forces. In this crucible of conflict, the seeds of potential yet undiscovered were sown. As the universe trembled under the weight of such cataclysmic forces, a new chapter began to unfold. The struggle against disorder, while a perilous journey fraught with peril, became a testament to the resilience and indomitable spirit of all existence. Thus, the stage was set for a greater confrontation, where the fate of all realms would hang in the balance, echoing through the annals of time. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where the ebb and flow of primordial energies weave the very fabric of reality, the eternal conflict between light and void stands as an age-old saga, a tale of ceaseless struggle that has shaped the destinies of countless worlds. This cosmic war, waged across the eons, transcends the boundaries of mere existence, reaching deep into the heart of creation itself and etching its influence upon the stars and beyond. The light, with its radiant essence of hope and creation, is not merely a force of illumination, but a beacon of purity and purpose. Its champions, the Naaru, shine as paragons of its ideals, spreading its influence across the cosmos. Yet even as the light seeks to instill order and nurture life, the void rises as its eternal counterbalance. A force of unfathomable chaos and entropy, the void hungers to unravel the structured harmony the light seeks to impose. This dichotomy sets the stage for a conflict that is as old as the universe itself, a struggle that reverberates through the ages. The void, with its whispers of corruption and allure, seeks to infect the very heart of creation. Its agents, the old gods, are but instruments in a larger scheme of cosmic subversion aimed at twisting the fabric of reality to match the void's vision of anarchy and despair. Yet the light remains vigilant, its champions standing as bulwarks against the encroaching darkness, their resolve tested time and again by the insidious machinations of the void. This endless war is not merely a clash of energies, but a profound philosophical battle for the soul of the universe. Where light seeks to inspire and uplift, the void exploits fear and doubt, ensnaring those who falter in their conviction. The conflict extends beyond the physical realm, infiltrating the minds and hearts of all beings, shaping destinies and forging legends. As the cosmic dance unfolds, the balance between these forces becomes ever more precarious. Worlds are born and extinguished in the blink of an eye, each a battleground where light and void vie for dominance. The influence of this eternal struggle is felt in every corner of the universe, its reverberations echoing through the corridors of time, shaping the very essence of existence. Yet this is but a fragment of a larger narrative, an ongoing saga where the fate of all creation hangs in the balance. In this cosmic theatre, the light and void are locked in perpetual conflict, each representing ideologies as distinct as they are ancient. The light, with its radiant purity, seeks to illuminate and bring order, creating sanctuaries of peace and tranquility. Yet in stark contrast, the void, vast and enigmatic, whispers of freedom through transformation, urging the cosmos toward constant reshaping and rebirth. These two forces, though seeming opposites, share a binding connection. They are two sides of the same cosmic coin, eternally entwined in their struggle for supremacy. In the midst of this profound clash, champions and adversaries rise from the shadows. The Naaru, as embodiments of the light, champion its cause, their very essence resonating with hope and renewal. They stand as beacons against the encroaching darkness, guiding those who seek the warmth and protection of the light. However, even these luminous beings are not infallible. When the balance tips, they too can succumb to the void, transformed into harbingers of chaos. This duality reveals the fragile nature of cosmic balance, where the potential for creation and destruction exists within the same entity. On the opposing front, the Void Lords orchestrate their dark symphony, casting tendrils of corruption that twist reality to their will. Their influence is insidious, a creeping shadow that seeks to engulf all in its path. Through the whispers of the old gods, they sow seeds of doubt and fear, aiming to unravel the fabric of existence itself. This war between light and void is not merely a battle of might, but a deeper conflict of ideals, where the very nature of existence is at stake. As the universe expands, so too does the complexity of this eternal conflict. The light, ever vigilant, seeks to heal and unify, drawing disparate forces into alliances that bolster its strength. Conversely, the void thrives on discord and division, exploiting every fracture to further its reach. This dynamic interplay ensures that no victory is ever absolute, and the struggle continues, reshaping the cosmos with every clash. Yet amid the chaos, a delicate equilibrium persists, maintained by the very nature of the forces themselves. It is this precarious balance that permits the universe to thrive, a testament to the enduring power and resilience of creation. Although the conflict between light and void rages on, it is the interplay of these forces that allows for the endless possibilities of existence to unfold. As this section concludes, we are reminded that in the grand tapestry of the cosmos, the war between light and void is but one of many threads, weaving a story that is as infinite as the stars themselves. Amidst the cosmic ballet of titanic forces, the mortal realms sit precariously ensnared in the vast interplay of light, void, life, death, order, and disorder. These worlds, seemingly minor in the grand tapestry of the universe, are both battlegrounds and crucibles, where the influences of greater powers are felt most acutely. Here, on these realms, the abstract becomes tangible, and the struggles of gods and cosmic entities manifest in the lives of the innumerable beings who call these worlds home. As the eternal conflict continues to unfold, the mortal realms are not mere passive stages, but active participants in the cosmic drama. These worlds, with their diverse inhabitants, become focal points where the grand designs of the universe's architects are tested and either upheld or defied. The relentless advance of the burning legion leaves scars upon the land, while the whispers of the old gods seep into the hearts and minds of the unsuspecting. Each realm becomes a microcosm of the larger struggle, embodying the tension between creation and destruction, order and chaos, hope and despair. In these lands, heroes rise and fall, their destinies intertwined with the cosmic forces that seek to shape all existence. Mortals, in their defiance or allegiance, become instruments of these great powers, wielding magic and might, often unaware of the full scope of the forces they serve. Yet in their courage and resilience, mortals have proven to be unpredictable variables, their potential for heroism and villainy a testament to the complexity of life itself. It is within these realms that the intricate dance of life and death is most vividly displayed. The cycle of rebirth and decay is not merely a philosophical concept, but a living reality, as civilizations rise and crumble, echoing the primordial struggle of the cosmos. Here, in the throes of conflict and change, the seeds of potential are sown, and the future of all worlds is forged. The mortal realms serve as the stage where the ancient war between light and void finds new expression, where alliances are made and broken in the face of existential threats. As the forces of order strive to impose stability, and those of disorder seek to unravel it, the inhabitants of these worlds find themselves caught in a delicate balance. They must navigate a landscape forever altered by the ambitions of beings both seen and unseen. In this crucible of fate, the mortal races are tasked with the impossible, to carve out their destinies amidst the maelstrom of cosmic upheaval. They are the inheritors of a legacy shaped by the elemental forces that guide the universe. As they contend with the challenges before them, the mortal realms become not only witnesses to the grand cosmic saga, but also critical players whose actions may tip the scales in the eternal struggle that rages on. Amidst the chaos of cosmic forces, the mortal realms are far from passive bystanders. As they navigate the swirling tempest of light and void, life and death, order and disorder, They forge their own paths, driven by resilience and ambition. These realms, vibrant with life and history, are where the tangible and the ethereal intertwine, creating a unique tapestry that reflects the greater cosmic order, yet is distinct in its complexity. In the heart of these realms, diverse races rise, each with their own cultures, beliefs, and ambitions. Empires are built and fall. Alliances are forged, and wars are waged, all while the shadow of cosmic conflict looms overhead. The mortals are both blessed and cursed with free will, a double-edged sword that can lead them to great heights or abysmal depths. In their pursuit of knowledge and power, they often draw upon the very cosmic forces that threaten to consume them, seeking to harness their might to shape their destinies. The elves, with their deep connection to magic, draw upon the arcane energies that ripple through the cosmos, seeking to understand and master the mysteries of the universe. The dwarves, grounded and resilient, delve deep into the earth, uncovering ancient relics and forgotten knowledge that speak of a time when the world was still young. The orcs, fierce and proud, embody the relentless spirit of survival and adaptation, their history marked by tales of struggle and triumph against overwhelming odds. Yet, it is the humans, with their adaptability and tenacity, who become pivotal in the unfolding saga. Their kingdoms, though young compared to the ancient lineages of other races, rise swiftly, their influence spreading like wildfire. With an insatiable hunger for exploration and conquest, they become key players in the cosmic chessboard, their choices echoing across time and space. As the mortal races navigate their paths, they are often caught in the machinations of greater powers, unwitting pieces in a game that spans the eons. The forces of light and void, ever vying for dominance, find eager champions and unwitting pawns among these races. Heroes emerge, their deeds etched into the annals of history, their legacies a testament to the indomitable spirit of the mortals. Villains, too, rise from the shadows, driven by ambition or corruption, leaving trails of chaos in their wake. The mortal realms thus stand as a fulcrum, a point of convergence where the cosmic and the corporeal meet. Here, in the crucible of existence, the actions of the few can alter the fate of the many, as the eternal struggle between cosmic forces continues to unfold. As the saga progresses, these realms and their denizens will find themselves at the heart of a conflict that transcends their understanding, yet demands their participation. For in the end, it is through the trials and tribulations of the mortal races that the balance of the cosmos is most keenly felt, their stories intertwined with the fabric of the universe itself, forever enshrined in the chronicles of Azeroth, in the ever-expanding cosmos of Azeroth, where the interplay of light, void, life, death, order, and disorder etched the fate of countless realms. A new chapter began to unfold. This was a time when the threads of the cosmic tapestry began to loosen, revealing the raw, untamed power that lay beneath the fabric of creation. As cosmic forces clashed and intertwined, their influence seeped into the mortal realms with increasing intensity. The boundaries between these elemental powers grew thin, allowing their echoes to resound across the universe. The intricate dance of these forces experienced an era of unprecedented upheaval as the intricate balance precariously held by these ancient energies began to falter. The Shadowlands, a realm of death itself, found its boundaries breached by the ambitions of the jailer. His machinations disrupted the flow of souls, threatening to unweave the delicate pattern of the afterlife. The Covenants, once bastions of cosmic equilibrium, struggled to maintain their sacred duties amid the turmoil. The Maw, a prison of absolute darkness, became a focal point of cosmic disturbance, a black hole threatening to swallow the very fabric of existence. Meanwhile, the Titans, those colossal architects of order, witnessed their grand design crumbling under the pressure of relentless chaos. The Burning Legion, though defeated, left scars upon the universe that refused to heal. Echoes of Sargeras's malevolent will lingered, casting shadows over the realms he sought to dominate. The very notion of order faced a dire challenge as the laws that governed creation began to fracture. Amidst this chaos, the void's influence grew insidious, its whispers reaching further into the hearts and minds of mortals. The ethereal tendrils of the void snaked through the cosmos, sowing seeds of doubt and fear, eager to reshape reality according to its own dark visions. The presence of the old gods, though seemingly diminished, lingered like a haunting spectre, a reminder of the void's undying hunger. Yet, it was not only the void that sought to alter the cosmic order. The forces of life, ever resilient, responded to this upheaval with a surge of growth and renewal. Nature itself seemed to rebel against the encroaching darkness, its vibrant energy a defiant stand against the forces that sought to unravel the cosmos. The Emerald Dream, a bastion of life, pulsed with renewed vigor, its wild spirits rallying to protect the sanctity of creation. In the mortal realms, champions arose, heroes and villains alike, each wielding the powers bestowed by these primordial forces. Their actions rippled across the universe, affecting the balance of power in ways unforeseen. As these individuals harnessed magic and might, they became conduits through which the cosmic struggle continued to play out. The destinies of entire civilizations hung in the balance, their fates intertwined with the whims of the cosmos. The stage was set for a convergence of epic proportions, where the threads of fate and the forces of the universe would collide in a cataclysmic crescendo. As the cosmic tapestry unraveled, a new era beckoned, a time of uncertainty and potential, where the very nature of existence teetered on the brink of transformation. The universe stood poised at the precipice of an epical shift, each cosmic force vying to assert its dominion over the unfolding chaos. The light, steadfast and unyielding, rallied its champions to safeguard the sanctity of creation. Yet the void's insidious whispers crept through the cracks of existence, its tendrils coiling around the hearts of the unwary, sowing seeds of doubt and despair. Amidst this struggle for supremacy, the fabric of reality itself trembled. The ancient prophecies, long whispered among the stars, spoke of a convergence that would test the resolve of all who dwelt within the universe. The boundaries between realms blurred, and the barriers that kept the cosmic forces in check began to weaken. In this crucible of change, the eternal dance of creation and destruction threatened to spiral into an all-consuming maelstrom. The mortals of Azeroth, unwitting pawns in this grand cosmic game, found themselves caught in the crossfire. Heroes and villains alike rose to prominence, their actions shaping the destiny of their world and beyond. The echoes of the past reverberated through the present, guiding the hands of those who dared to defy their fates. With each passing moment, the balance of power shifted. The light's champions stood resolute, their spirits burning brightly against the encroaching darkness. Yet, as the void's influence spread, the shadows lengthened, casting doubt on the very foundations of hope and order. The forces of life and death danced their eternal waltz, each seeking to tip the scales in their favor. The cycle of birth and decay quickened, and the boundaries of life and afterlife grew increasingly porous. In this time of upheaval, the very essence of the cosmos cried out for resolution. The Titans, those ancient architects of order, watched with bated breath as their grand design teetered on the edge of ruin. Their struggle to impose structure upon the chaos had given rise to countless conflicts, yet now, the ultimate test loomed before them. Would their legacy endure, or would it be swept away by the tide of disorder? As the universe stood at this crossroads, the stage was set for a final confrontation, an epic clash where the destinies of all would be decided. The tapestry of the cosmos, once tightly woven, now lay in tatters. Yet, within this tumult, there existed the spark of potential, the promise of a new beginning. The forces of light, void, life, death, order, and disorder prepared to make their final moves, and the outcome would reverberate across eternity. Thus, the chronicles of Azeroth draw to a close on this chapter, leaving us with the enduring question: in a universe defined by conflict and change, who will emerge as the ultimate arbiter of fate? As the echoes of this cosmic symphony linger, we, the custodians of this knowledge, await the unfolding of the next act in this eternal saga.